Hello and welcome to the Simply Nick Scuffed Cup, because we've been trying this for half an hour and things have been going wrong, so I'm a bit flustered, but let's get into it. We have Falcao on the spectator camera, and it's going to be a Nick edition. Well, mostly a Nick edition. It's not supposed to be because of the server issues, but yeah, we're just going into it. Let's just forget about it and hope everything's working. Let's have a good time. Subscribe if you're new. Drop a follow, you know how it is. It is a multi-lap here, which Falcao crashed on that first corner of the second lap. But pretty simple map, 2 loops, pretty quick map. 10 seconds more of the warm-up. Let's get into it. Marple gifting us up. Thank you very much, mate.
Excuse me?
Let's get into it. Let's watch Mr. Alex with a fancy looking car right there. Goes safe at the first corner, puts him in 13th right there. Goes over that angled sausage part there and loses a lot of speed going too high. Cuts himself over to the right, goes to the left, and will he get this drift? He does indeed. Catching up a lot of positions after that slow looping. Looks like it is Tim who's in front right now, going into the second lap. Drift over the grass part, and Alex slightly over drifting once again, but controls are pretty good in 21st. Let's see if he can gain those few extra final key seconds of the map right now. Gets that drift. Goes for a couple taps, but does have to release on the outside. Looks like it's going to still be Tim in first. And that will be it. Stanic's actually nearly sniping. Cataboo, Sync, and Attacker to round off the top 5. Alex getting a nice 20 of that. We have 65 players, a couple players either not showing up or giving up with these game crashes, which is perfectly fine. We have a bit of a different point system this week because I knew there wasn't as many players. And I think that's the only changes. But Tim first, Static second, moving into round number 3. Let's hope that it's working. It doesn't seem like there's rounds now. I hope it's working. I'm giving up if it's not working. It doesn't say rounds, so I'm a bit concerned, but we'll see. Alex going through really well. Let's change to someone else though. Jofo is in 5th right now, doing really good. I did have to release a little bit there, losing out on some pace, but still doing very good. Goes over that slow down grass to get that optimal drift. Couple players falling off on this difficult sausage section. Jofo still in 5th though. X doing very good so far. Got himself quite a lead. Jofo going extra wide to gain a lot of the speed. Is he going to catch up here? That's actually a good line. I'm not sure if it's going to be enough. Jofo try and get top 5. It's not going to be enough. And it's Aches who does get that first position. Stank still with 80 points. Speed self only just behind by 6,000th of a second. That is a really good round. And it's Painterfield doesn't do that good. Amma also only getting 20. And a couple players not finishing yet. Gandhi and Mania Master only just coming out. Wait, you don't get any points? Well, you got to be in that top 50 places then this week to add the extra little bit of spice. But going into round 3, which I hope is going to work. Check away on the camera. Playing that left side over to the right. The minority go that side because you do get the better angle into this drift, which Jackoi had to slow down a little bit. Being overtaken by a lot of players right now. It was in 27th, probably going to be in about 35th here as we move into the next map. Next lap, sorry. Let's move up to Sync though, who's doing really good right now. Once again, sorry if I don't say names correct and whatnot. Don't mind me, I'm just trying to make it entertaining as possible. I'm a Papega, you should know that. Don't worry if I miss some names. But Sync out of here in first, but I see a player starting to gain, and he has done so. It is Ike's once again who does snipe Sync on that, getting those 58 X's again. Stanix, Vale, and Cataboo right behind. Loak not doing so great this round. Chriso not getting any points either. But most of the players in top 10, once again gaining quite a lot of points. Alright, is it going to skip to the next map, or are we just going to be stuck in this forever? Alright, so it looks like it's working. And we're on to another map. That's fantastic. Here we go into this one. Hopefully everything's good to go. It's been a very difficult setup for this, so I'm still not 100% sure if everything's going to work or not. Have a good bull might though. There is a GPS back if people get a bit confused on this one. As Bullmite goes the wrong way here, gets debated by this Safeway sign. That is not the way to go. Let's check out Summers, also getting debated. As so many players going wrong. So, there is a U-turn sign. You do the grass slide or dirt slide off the ice here. Go into checkpoint 2. Go through, do a bit of a jump, Safeway if need. Go around to the right with checkpoint 3. Got the sausage jump, which you can do the risky route or go safe. And then 4th through to the final part and yeeting to the finish line. So maybe a few players going to miss this first round because they struggled to find the route. Hopefully can pick it up very quickly as we go into live round. So let's stay in drone camera. I'm curious to see how many people are confused right here. Hopefully most getting this bug slide. The majority are getting it right there. A couple players do not hit it right. So let's move up to Chaotic, who is in 8th right now. Gets that reactor really good. A couple players going low, a couple players going far. But we have a nice battle in our hand. There's Creator, who is in 1st, failing Aches, but Chaotic here, needing to go the safe route. I think it's Hammer who clipped that corner there. And Chaotic does jump down into 9th, but we move to the final part. Pretty short map, pretty easy going. And we have the flight to the end. It is Carl and Amma, so it was not Amma who crashed. And then Sync, Speed, Jackoy, Fire, Chaotic, and Look. Getting it through the top 8 there. So maybe a little bit confusing at first, but pretty simple once you know where to go. These are some of my maps I've made. There's going to be one map which I haven't made, and then one map which I did make for this, but doesn't have the right name. So a bit of a scuffed edition, you can see, but just doing it as we can. Let's check out Creator, who is going the wrong way. But you see that the map is a loop. I am very curious if there is a cut, because Creator's doing quite good overall, or has had some good jumps, but unfortunately for this one, has crashed there, so that is not what you want. Fail! Also getting a bit of a miss there. So it's going to be Carl getting the back-to-back here. Bundy doing a lot better this round. Jackoid trying to snipe, it's not going to be enough. Very close there. And no, someone falling off at the checkpoint. Someone hit the checkpoint. Whoever was in 2nd. It was Carl. Where is Carl gone? It is Carl who gets the snipe. Carl crashing into the checkpoint. Into the finish line. I may or may not have done that occasionally when I did some tests for this. And I wasn't expecting it to get the top player there. But sometimes you just got to throw a couple spanners there. Speaking of spanners, don't know what link that has, but we have Pormal right here, going that right side, but too busy, taking it too late, and he is gonna not be able to make it this time. So we move up to Asman. Gets the jump through, going very safe, losing a couple positions, but getting the jump in 10th right now, and we have some good battles. Cole once ahead, once again up in the top position. I think he is definitely going to learn from last time. Oh, Sync crashing. I don't think he made it either. And that is Cole, Amma, and Speed getting the top 3, but you see a few players falling off once again, failing to control their car in the sky. But most players being able to finish. And yeah, I do wonder if there was a cut on here. There are a few opportunities to be able to maybe do this map differently. But Carl, other than that one mistake, really gaining on that one as we move to another map now. A mixed map once again. Try to reroute, but slow mode before safe pin cucked me. Yeah, because I think it might be worth it to cut somewhere there. But yeah, is it faster to get to the finish? Would be the big question. I do reminder, I do put these maps in a club called simplycup. Weekly maps, as far as I know, and you can find all the maps there every single week that I do upload them. Sometimes a bit late, sometimes you will have to wait a little bit, but for the most part, most of the maps should be there. We have Viking now following through, does get that unlucky over jump right before the checkpoint, so we'll have to just commit to the bit here. No, he's trying to correct it, which he actually does there. It's a good save, but wasted a little bit of his warm-up time as we move through this part of the map to a final looping. Someone jumping off to the right. Don't think that's where you want to go. And we have the jump to the rings, which Viking nearly went through the middle, but should be fairly easy to make. Alex says you can skip the last looping. Let's go and see if this theory is true. Cuts are allowed, so let's find out. Haddock doing pretty good so far. Loses a bit of speed there, though. Gets this drift on the grass. Pretty clean. Still in 15th. Trying to get the speed gain out of the dirt. He does do that, but finding himself a little bit too far behind and falls off the map. That is definitely not what you want. Also hitting that right side of the barrier. So, going to be very far behind here. Jackoi, though, going for the skip. Chaotic does actually get the skip. Goes from 5.8 seconds to 4.9, so definitely worth it. Chaotic not getting good points there, however. It's going to be Aches who does get first. Vale, Carl, Speed, Tim, Vinch, and Paydif to round off the top positions. Pretty much everyone being able to finish as well. Amma not getting any points, moves all the way down to 12th. That is a big boy player gone from this one. A little bit down on the field, Habu. How he's going to do this one. Takes that first corner safe, getting a little bit of air time there. Will follow through nicely, however, in 36 so far. Gets the first drift, gets the second one on the multiple surfaces. Can he control this? Monkey going for some wicked stunts. Just so he can get some camera time right there. Habu was doing really good, but unfortunately gets an unlucky clip. Will lose a lot of time from that, but also is gaining back some of that part which he lost. As he follows through into 23rd, so gained 12 positions there from either people slower than him or going for the cut. I don't think anyone got the cut there, as Stanix, Aches, Amma, Sync, and Carl once again in that top 5. Getting a lot of points. Stanix from 7th to 5th. Amma with the recovery on that one as well. Check out Mr. Timmy's here for this round. Goes for an attempt on the no airtime, which is quicker. Fortunately, still gets it a little bit. Finding himself in 48th right now. We'll follow through onto the dirt, taking it a bit inside so we can get the better angle here. Ooh, goes too far in the middle, gets that airtime, and will clip to the sides. Let's move up to the top. Jack Coy going for the shortcut here. Pullmore also going for it. We're upside down, so this is not right camera. If he can float into the finish, which he does not, it would have been worth it. But it is Sink, Aches, Umai, Carl, and Alex with the top 5 there. I had a feeling Alex got the cut, and Bullemite might have, but a few players full sending off of that, which I do rate. Alec got the normal finish. So, nice attempts, but we move on to another one, which is going to be a full speed map. Look at this beauty. Any speed sliders in chat? Because, whoa, this is going to be juicy. I don't know who's a full speeder here. Check out Forensic going for this first one, as we have a terrible start. Hopefully the start does work. Bullemite trying the reactor bounce. Doesn't get it on this attempt. But following through now with 700 kilometers an hour. This is a quick one. Only gets quicker from here, as Bullemite is currently doing pretty good. Goes a bit wide there though, into this wall ride. And then we have a full loop. Bullemite getting a bit baited there. Hopefully, most players being able to finish this one. This could be definitely on the harder side of the maps here. It is fully respawnable, but remember, only 25 seconds to get to the finish. Start doesn't work. Rip. Why is this game just not work? I fucking swear. It just annoys me. There we go. That is how it's supposed to be done. So we see most players being able to get it, but yeah, for some reason, some players just don't get it. It's like, it's so odd that half the server can get it, and then it's just some other players don't. Anyway, we're spectating Cataboo here, who is in 21st, has a little bit of speed, trying these speed slides here. Who can, you can speed slide all the way through from here. So, if you can nail that, you can really gain a lot of time, as Cataboo is doing so. Pushing a lot of speed right now into 4th place. This is impressive. Hammer goes very wide. I'm not sure if he made it here in the warm-up, but has controlled it. And will go through the finish. Someone going for the safe finish there, actually. So loses out a few positions going safe finish. It's going to be Ace, Amma, Cataboo, Monkey, and Paul. So, a couple players going for the reactor zoop there. Doesn't seem like it's very easy. But hopefully most players being able to find the safe routes, or taking it a bit safer, because this one is a bit of a longer map. And you need to continue your speed through. Check out Pormal, who did get a 5th place on that last round. So let's see if he can do it again. Goes for the safe start. There's a few players going for the zoom, and someone got it there, but he wasn't able to control the next wall ride. Oh, I would have 100% respected that. I respect the effort. You gotta go for it. Pormal not going for the speed slides here. Is that going to cost him in the long run? As you can see, a couple players definitely pushing that extra bit of speed. Although doing really good, taking it safe and easy, speed following his name, up in first, as we have a bit of a clip from Cornwall. As unfortunate for him, Speed following his name in vain makes Perbot, Tarpoor, Stanix that top 5. I was trying to speed slide. Yeah, it's not easy. A couple players complaining about this one, but a couple players liking it. It is what it is. Monty saying simply shit. So let's find out how he's going to do this one. Gets his start. Will have enough speed here. No, he will not. And that's why he is not enjoying this one. Mr. No driving skills is falling through against Cornwall right now. No driving, going for no speed slides. Yes, he is actually getting a small one there. Currently in 16th, will probably come out around the same position. Yes, he does. Losing a little bit of speed, however, compared to those nailing those speed slides. As he also cuts a bit too much on that final wall ride. So loses one position. Sig once again doing well. Axe as always. Carl, Amma, Tarpoor. Some of these names we keep seeing pushing further up the leaderboard. Speaking of which, Speed Self has moved into first with that one. Actually going to get overtaken by Axe there. Carl a little bit behind. Sig, Vale, and Stanix. Moving into the 600s now, as well as Amma. So a couple players did not like that last one. Hopefully this one is a lot easier for them, as there isn't a PF start. What do we have in store? We have a bit of a mixed map once again. Grass ending. Couple quick drifts. This one should be good. Excuse me. Who haven't we watched? November has been playing most editions of this. Let's check him out for the warm-up. A lot of players getting debated by that heavy drift there. November does nail it well though. Goes this long left-hander into the jump. That can be drifted if you do it well, or you can safe it like November there. And we have one final grass wall ride. Pushing it down to the RGB tunnel because we are gamers around here. And there we have it. Simple map. Good fun. Someone talked about the ghost car right here. This is what happens when you have a custom model, which are... you can have custom models in this game, but this is what happens. You just have it fully white. So let's check out Kip in his outstanding vehicle, who is doing very good. In the old TM2 Stadium car, gets that drift really well, pushes into a top 5. And he nailed the second drift here, goes a little bit wide, so loses a couple positions, will have more speed compared to a few players. Gets to jump well over the reset. Mr. Sink is so far in front now though. Eggs once again in the battle, Carl as always, but Kip in 9th, moves all the way up into 8th with that one, goes for a low wall ride, but a bit late on the exit. Loses a couple positions from that, and it will be a 11th place for Kip right there. But Sync, Speed, Ace, Stanix, Carl, Mania Master, Amma, and Vinch. So around the top 8. We have our first players on that 1,000 point mark. It is only a 7-point difference right now. That's really close. This is what we like to see. I think it's a bit close as well because of that different point system this week, but that's A-OK because we have speed doing really good so far. Versing the regulars up in the top. Carl not getting it as good, but this turn can be key to carry a lot of speed through, which speed gets it really good. Did have to release a little bit there, and also clips the checkpoint, I think, but does manage to continue his speed. Goes really low as well, which could help him into the final push. If people go for the speed slides, no one is doing it. It's going to be Speed who just gets snipes. Good round. Eggs in first. Carl right behind. Vinch, Sync, Cataboo, Pative, and Stanix. So we're seeing a lot of regulars in that top 8 positions. Carl, says Carl. These are definitely some good battles right now. Hammer not getting any points this round. Moves all the way down to 9th position. That is definitely not what you want. Trying to find some new players. Aywada here, going through. Players lagging around. That's not what you want. Aywada though gets that drift and moves into a sharper line here, so gains a lot of positions from that. Gets this drift really good as well. Should be able to clear this jump very easily. There's a couple players getting it a bit too low. Ooh, Yawata unfortunately hitting the edge as well as, I can't read that name. Pushing through to the final part. Let's move to the drone camera. Cataboo looks like he's on an absolute banger of a time. Carl right behind Tim as well in the battle. What a finish right there. Cataboo way out in front. 0.6 ahead. But then we have some close players just behind. So cool little map. I enjoy the ones where they have a very close ending all the way to the end. What's your thoughts on a precision Simply Cup? A couple thousandths in between the top positions. I think the leaderboard would absolutely just break. So I'm not sure if I should do that. I'm always worried when we have those shorter maps that the leaderboard is just going absolutely spastic. Then it's just going to break the server. Some heavy loading time here. As we move into another map. So this one, hopefully people follow the signs. You can do it both ways, but hopefully most people seeing that there is some arrows on this one. It's Forensic, the first one going through. Goes the wrong way though. You're supposed to go straight there. Let's see it from the backwards direction.
Hey, that's pretty good.
Does not know where to go, but you have to go across to the left and then up and over. So back this way. There's 2 crossovers on this map. There is first U-turn and cutting it around like a chain and then to the finish line. Very simple. Pretty much everyone should be able to finish here. Not sure if some players are going to try and cut though. Could be interesting. I will spoil if it was quicker or not once we go through these rounds. Check out Vinch though. He's doing pretty good in 12th place right now. That's very good actually. Currently in 22nd going through these first few checkpoints. Loses a bit of pace though on that one. As we can see those players going backwards. Just being able to cross over there, but we move into the final drift. It's going to be Stanix once again in the first. A couple players on the right. Was it faster? I don't think so. As we have Vinch in 21st. Stays around that position the entire time. Phoenix Vale, Alex Sink, and Bombermite. 3 out of top 5 there. Very, very close round. 0.3 in between the top 4 there. We have even some closer battles following through. I remember this map because I picked the sign color. You too can pick the color sign of the signs if you watch some of my building streams. Check out Asman going through this one. It's a bit of a slower start as we have a freeze right now, thanks to Nade. But Asman pushing that extra bit of pace through the middle, unfortunately it does not pay off for this one. Those players trying the backward strat is going to pay off. They have the sharper corner, but they do actually end up quicker at the end, but they have lower pace, and as you can see, these players just sniping ahead. It's going to be Vale, Stanix, Moonlight, Alex, Pool, Speed, and Oxide. Ooh, the servers are starting to freeze a little bit. Hopefully it's okay. Pretty much everyone being able to finish on that one. But it is Speed still in first. Doing well so far. Wicked LRS right now on the camera, going the normal route once again. Ooh, crashes into that corner, not getting that drift correct. So let's move up. Tarple currently in 8th position. Alex in the first. Can he control it all the way to the end? Oxide had a good line as well, but had to slow down a little bit. Tarple with more speed compared to these players isn't going to get first, but he's going to get in 8th place. And with a 0.4, not too bad. Stanix, Pative, Cobb, Cadaboo to round off the top 5. So, simple map. Easy to go. Couple of those top players not gaining as much as Speed there. So Speed moving 60 odd points in front now. But you guys wanted some ice maps. Here is the ice map of today. Let's see how this is going to go. Look at the scenery on this one. Wow! This should be track of the day. This has so much scenery. $69 players. Nice. Where are the walls? They're invisible. Yes, that one. Now we have Agra going through for us on the warm-up here. So we have our first drift. Does safe it there. That first one you have a lot of speed, so it can be quite tough. Agra safing the second one though. Onto the reactor through the ring. You can either go left or right on this one. In before they are not linked. Ooh, Agra getting a bit of slide out there. Does control it, but we'll get into the final corner here. Which is a bit of a different one with the reactor. You go a lot faster straight in to the finish line. So a lot of area on this map to be able to maybe control your drifts. I think it's pretty simple, pretty fun. And here we go. Let's move to someone a bit further down. Mr. Kairani, who goes a little bit wide on this first part, but controlling it well. Does get it really good actually. In 10th position. Had to release a little bit, but we'll push that second drift. Unfortunately, too slow, or too inside, so loses a lot of speed. A lot of players trying to go inside on this one. I think, was that Amma who got a wicked bit of airtime? Someone getting some hectic airtime on that one. Let's move to the drone camera into the last corner. I think it is going to be Stanix. Doesn't go as wide as some other players. So no, it's Sync who crashes. It was Sync who was in first. Does full bomb to the finish right there. and loses probably 50 odd points. That is not what you want to try and push up the leaderboard. Speed getting first with that snipe. Kip, Stanix, LRS, November, Aota, and Jack gaining some points in this one. Carl not doing so good, as well as Vaya, Amma. I think it must have been Amma who went to the moon. So a couple players struggling here. Let's move to Denty now, as we don't have any sound on downhill. Ooh, Denty gets a good drift, but goes slightly too far, as we have a lot of players yeeting into the checkpoint, including Kip, who is just somehow backwards. That is definitely not what you want going into the first checkpoint. But speaking of checkpoints, moving into the second one. Denty going the inside line here will go a bit too far on the exit, so losing a bit of pace compared to some players. Denty still in an okay position, 43rd. A little bit slow compared to other players, but Sync is just so far in front right there. Cataboot, Speed, Yikes, Chaotic, Tim, Amma to round off the top positions. Denty getting a 36, which isn't too bad on this one. Stanix, after crashing into that finish, minusing. I see how it is. I see how it is. Check out Summers going into the first drift here. Gets it really well with that one release. 18th position. Couple plays really full risking it though. Someone's gonna safe into the reactor. Goes a bit higher, but will now have more speed. Going the outside line, also taking it pretty safe. Gets the inside line, now going into the wide drift. Ooh, had it really good, but goes too far on the inside and slides out. So, what was a really good round now is unfortunately not the best, as he gets 30th position, but overtakes a lot of players to the finish line, 24th overall. Let me Sync, Tarpor, Vinch, Aches, and Monty to round off the final round on this one. Let's have a point check. Speed Self is out in first by over 100 points, but it's going to close the gap as he doesn't have the greatest round on this one. Sync also getting another 100, so getting closer. Carl dropping a little bit on the ice here. We only have a few more maps to go. And some heavy loading time to go with it. Fantastic. That's exactly what I wanted to see. Ooh, this is a fun map. Rightio. I'll let you see this one for yourselves. Check out Paidif, who will crash that first time, but goes through it cleanly on the second one. Will he go straight or left? He does go left, which is what you want, because we will see that straight route later on. Normal just overtaking there. Paidif with that jump down. As we move through the map into the final push. And what do we have? We have a nice sheet. Alex not going to get the greatest landing there. Pushes himself into the side. Paidif actually nails it through the middle. If you can control yourself, it is the faster line of the finish, not being as far in the front there. But going to be a quick map to follow through. A couple players struggling a little bit on the start, but should be able to safe it. Here we go. Fire the King. 69 for the first round. Gets the low jump really quickly, but it's too quick as he does clip there. Will cost him a lot of time. Everyone does go to the left, which is good to see. Fire King goes on the right at the split. A couple players crashing into the checkpoint. That is quite unfortunate. Viking, not with the greatest speed, also overdrifts on the ice. That is quite unfortunate. Let's actually move to the top now and find out who's going to nail this speedy section. It is going to be AEST, who does get a well. Jackoi a bit behind him. And you can see Stanix is one of those players which had to go to the side. Finch, Painif also on those other sides. So definitely pays to be in the middle. You also, if you have the right speed, you lose it. It's at pretty much the bottom here. So you really got to time it to perfection. Try not to drift in the sky as much as possible, as it can be very difficult to control. 30 points difference now up at the top, but we do continue through. Let's move to Chaotic. On this one, does clip that start as well as Paul once again. I do wonder if you can skip that reset with that bit of airtime. But Chaotic now really sustaining his car quite good through here. Or controlling his car, I should say. And Chaotic moves to this final jump. A couple players hitting the side. Chaotic was about to, but does control it well. Gets that little quick flick into the finish. Gets 10th position. So we have some heavy lag. Hopefully the server is not dying. Sync actually not being able to finish this yet. Carl as well, struggling. As we have even more lag. That's fantastic. Oh, Sync is not going to get any points this round practicing that end, but that is going to push him down past Carl. No, it actually wasn't. But it would have pushed him there, but Speed and AEST still having a nice battle. Stanix also crashing on this first round. Paul once again hitting this edge. So we have some big boy players really struggling on this one. Ooh, Paul also hitting that corner, which I saw him hit each round. This map is not treating him well. Who is treating it well? It is Sync. Gets this jump really flat. Should have a good ending. Pushes the boost off the Zoops. Gets a 5th position as a couple players fall off to the right. This ending is really something to behold. Minus and? Nah, mate. You guys just don't know how to control your car. And immediately, as you do bad, is minus. Is AEST, though, really doing good on this one. And as Speed continues to only get mid-range points, has lost a position there. So there is a bit of a gap now between 2nd and 3rd. Between those. But the top 2 is a battle to behold. Alrighty, so we have one of the maps which wasn't supposed to be in this cup, but it was a test map which I fully edited, which maybe could have been used for something later on. But here we have it now. It is a cool map, hopefully most players knowing where to go. I think we've spectated most players. Let's have a look at Vale, who is one of the only players actually going the right way. I saw a lot of people head to the right. That is not what you want to do, because we have a bit of a crossover here, which you should be able to get. Well, it does struggle a bit though. Committing to continue here. We have a few speedy slides on the dirt. Have a nasty drop. You gotta watch out for that one. And then we have the big boy jump in the middle. It's gonna cost a lot of positions there if you don't have the speed. A couple players struggling on the wall ride as well, so not the easiest map. But you gotta make sure to maintain the speed, which Vale does there. Couple players still trying to figure out the way. But let's actually continue watching Vale, as he was one of the players who does go well. A few players still getting debated. Need to look at those signs on this one. A lot of players hitting that edge as well. That is unfortunate, as we still have these lags. What is happening? Mr. Zimbles was out in first, but it is now Fravy, because they are going the wrong way. So, you have a few players hitting the jump, a few players just being able to miss it, a few players struggling on the wall ride. So this is really costing a lot of players, maybe picking a bit too difficult of a map for this one. That's what happens when you have the have to pull the addition at the last straw. Vale getting a 13th place, so a lot of players struggling on this one. Maybe not the best map to have picked. There are safe routes for this wall ride, and should be able to mostly be able to finish this here. So I thought it was going to be okay, but a couple players struggling a little bit. That's alright. It's only one map on this one. Let's check out Mania Master with a pretty wicked skin here. Not opting to go through the checkpoint, which is a valid strat because it is a crossover. Now hits that line really good and pushes into 5th position. Ooh, nearly clips that edge. That would have been devastating for him. Goes over the steep hill. Stanix and Ace having a nice battle. Cataboo a little bit behind Tarpor, Yulo. Some of those players up in the top. Players just not being able to have the speed there though. Mania Master now doing really good. Getting these nice speed slides as well, but I don't think it's going to be enough. Ooh, as we have a bit of lag there, but Mania Master getting a 6th position. Pretty good from him. Male Umbri just behind. As I think most players now being able to finish. So maybe a bit of a tough one to work out in one round, but seems not too bad so far. And I was just sniping my eye at the leaderboard, but Hammer really struggling on this one. Did not finish there. Goes through the checkpoint now though. I think most players finally being able to work out that it is straight through. That is good to see. Let's actually keep this camera as we have a nice overview. And no one AFK for a change. Although Shrek does need to restart I should say. So let's play, move to one of the players of this week's Simply Cup. Gets this nice drift down. Ooh, Ammo with a lot of speed. Goes a bit too far on the right, but should have some good speed. Hits the sand, so that speed gain will be now lost. Apparently in a good position though. Versing Alex Stanix. Oh no! Oh, I think he's doing this on purpose. He's just doing it for the camera. I mean, it is somewhere where you can crash, but I feel like he's throwing it now. He is literally just throwing it away. Amma only with 22 points there. I'm pretty sure it was Amma. Cataboo gaining from this one. He's got to watch out. He's only only 60 points away from 10th now. Can't throw too many away. But we have this final last map, which I just needed to throw in here for a 10th map. And which isn't done by me. Oh no, we have a backwards booster right before a checkpoint. That's going to cause some carnage. Hopefully most players should be able to make it through. Watch this PF not even work. Just to go with this fucking week. But surely, it is very easy. Let's check out Cankman with my beautiful looking car right here. Available in the Simply Sips Club, which you can find the Simply Cup server as well. Right. Everyone being able to pass that Macca's booster, so that is good. Hopefully no one should have to full respawn, as this is quite a simple map to end it off. Getting these final drifts. One jump through to the middle, and then a sharp left-hander into the finish line. So good little map. A little bit, yeah, didn't work. Fuck off. But simple out here. Go with the simple cup. Although it's been very difficult this week, Jesus. Hopefully it's still been enjoyable. I've been trying to forget the fact of all these problems. But hopefully everyone here has enjoyed themselves. Let's check out Freaka going into the first round. Gets this drift quite well. Hard on the brakes. Into the booster. Gets a nice drift on the second one though. And that will give him a few extra positions. Goes very high in the middle though. But pushes a really good angle if he can control that. Nearly went too far. Did release well. Going into the second final drift. Ooh, goes very far on the airtime, so I think that's going to cost him as he goes into the sign. It's going to be Sync, Speed, Ace, Carl, and Paydif for that top 5. Freaka getting a 38th, which maybe is a little bit disappointing because he was on a good time there. Just missing this jump. Amma! Okay, Amma confirms throwing. Amma, mate. What are you doing? Let's put the pressure on him and spectate him right now. Practice. Alright. Here we go. He's going to get world record pace on this one. Gets that nice drift into the first corner. Pushes on to the booster. Currently in 11th position. Ooh, goes extra wide and misses the drift. So that's definitely not going to be the world record pace this time around. Speaking of world record pace though. Sync on an okay time. Stanix though, and Aches really far in front. A couple players who can get that lower jump will gain a few positions. Sync also full sending in the end and gains 3 positions from it. That was a good risk. As Aches once again, Carl, Vinch up in those top positions. But we can see why the man this week is up in the top. He is doing really good. Amma, full trolling. How far? He has 150 points difference to lose, but he's now in 11th. So that is definitely not what you want. Let's check out Paydif for, I think, the final round today. A nice hot pink car, so we can see it fast and loud. Going over the reverse booster. Currently in 10th. Gets this jump well. Gets a smooth landing. It's a really close round. Other than Carl, who's on an absolute banger right here. Paydif can control his speed. Gets a little bit too much airtime. Will be overtaken, but does full risk. So, it takes one player who does crash. It's Carl who gets the win on this one. Amma finally getting some points. Is it going to be enough? Alex only gets 39. And Amma with 94. If my calculations are correct, I think it is enough. But let's check if that was the final round of today. Ace 2.3k, speed 2.2, sync 2.0. It was indeed. So there we have that top 3. Well played. Thanks for joining on this very scuffed edition. It's been a little bit tough this week to host it with all these fucking issues, so I hope it's been a good one. I think it was. I've enjoyed casting. Hope you have enjoyed watching and playing. If you're new, drop a follow, drop a sub. You know how it is. Final time on the leaderboard. Carl getting 4th. Very well played. Struggled with a few maps, but ended up in a very good position there. Cataboot, Stanix, Fail. Paydif, Finch, and his Alex by 7 points. Just sniping Amma, who did troll too much. Kip, Chaotic, Lomite, Jack Coy, Mania Master, Loek, Tarport, Summers,
pretty good.
And Paul hitting that top 20 on this one. So yeah, hopefully it was a good edition. It was quite tough to host this week. Jesus, it's been a lot.
Excuse me?
With all these issues, hopefully the E3 announcement is worth it because, man, the game is broken at the moment. But that's for something that you guys don't need to worry about. And yeah, let's leave it there. As I said, drop a follow, drop a sub. Does really help out. See you next time. GG.